This hour by Frederick Remington, fully cooked, ready-to-eat bacon. Exclusive, no refrigeration, 10-year extended shelf life bacon. The thickest, meatiest center cut bacon in the industry at fullycookedbacon.com.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
The stocks discussed on Wall Street Raw are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering on acting on information, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice.
What kingdom has sent you?
The kingdom of the Most High.
Nothing you have ever experienced can prepare you for the unbridled carnage you're about to witness. The Super Bowl, the World Series, they don't know what pressure is. In this building, it's either kill or be killed. You make no friends in the pits and you take no prisoners. 1 minute, you're up $500,000 in soybeans, and the next, boom, your kids don't go to college and they've repossessed your Bentley. Are you with me?
The Genesis Communication Network is proud to bring you Wall Street Raw with nationally recognized market timer and previous Wall Street Week elf, Mark Leibovit, welcoming you on board his financial time machine. And here is the elf himself, Mark Leibovit.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Wall Street Raw on the Saturday, the 18th of August. Always a pleasure for you to tune in on a Saturday morning. On our part, obviously, you have a lot of choices out there, and there's so many financial shows out there. But from what I'm told, there are not that many quality shows out there. So I hope we're in the list of the quality shows. You may remember me from the old Louis Rukeyser Wall Street Week days, where I served as an elf on that TV show for, I think about 10 years. That was a premier show in financial broadcasting. It really led the industry in 1972 to the mid-1990s. Many of the young traders don't even know the show existed, but it was the show, the Rukeyser family in particular. His dad was a journalist. His brother, I believe, owned Fortune magazine, and that was a great honor for me. In any event, for many of you who didn't see that show, perhaps saw me on the Nightly Business Report with my good friend Paul Kangas, who unfortunately passed away in the last year, for 30 years as a market monitor guest on that program. So vrtrader.com is my website. We produce a series of newsletters. We launched a cannabis vice letter here for the action in the cannabis stocks, which are unbelievable. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. We have a crypto letter for those who are following the cryptocurrencies. We started that a few weeks ago. We have a service called the Trading Addict, where we try to put out a new trade every day, and for those who are really looking to trade. And on top of that, we have our gold letter and our premier letter, VR Platinum and Silver, which covers the overall market. So we are offering a special, the summer special, and if you go to vrtrader.com, you'll see it right up on the top of the website there. $50, you get 3 newsletters for 30 days, and to see which one appeals to you, if not all of them. So it's right there, and it's very unusual. It's about $250, $300 value. And go to VR, that's VictorRobertTrader.com for information on that. So much going on in the markets this past week. Frankly, we don't even know where to get started. The big story with Tesla and the supposed buyout or privatization of that company, concerned about the market and whether we're going to have a trade war with China. One day we are, one day we're not. So we're anticipating some negotiations there. Stock market exploding over 400 points on Thursday, intraday, just when everybody got super bearish. Gold market continued here. Big story in the cannabis sector. Again, as I mentioned, a lot of action there. Canopy Growth, the premier name in Canada, came out and said they're going to be buying about 4 billion shares of, they're going to sell about 4 billion shares of their stock to Constellation Brands, which already owns stock in their company. So a lot of stuff, a lot of action this week if you're in the right place. And as far as overall market timing is concerned, I want to introduce one of our very special guests, regular guest, Jim Rohrbach, who's with us again this morning, premier market timer. And he has a website, investmentmodels.com, and he's been doing this well over 40 years, and it's an honor and pleasure having Jim both as a friend and as a guest on the show. Jim, I want to thank you again for joining us this morning.
Okay, I'm glad to be here, Mark. You know, last Friday when I got off the air, you said something like, we got to see what this market does the coming week, because it looked like we were going to get a sell signal in the market. Well, for those who watched the market this past week, it was really dynamic. We had a big down day on Monday. We had a up day on Tuesday, a down day on Wednesday, and on Thursday she went up like 300 points on the Dow. So if we look at the market right now, I've been in since April 17th. I'm still in. I use the S&P 500 for my calculations. And when I looked at it just a few minutes ago, my RIX index was at a plus 13, which is in solid up ground. I don't know how the rest of the day is going to do, but I would suggest that your listeners write and ask for a copy of my newsletter, especially this week's newsletter. And they can get it at jim@rixindex.com. That's JIM at rixindex, RIXINDEX.com. It's going to be a beautiful thing to read. And for all of the people who were upset this week not knowing whether they should stay in or get out, if they stayed in, they are, I don't want to say lucky. What are you doing?
Hey, Jim. So our listeners can get a free trial to your newsletter by writing into jim@rixindex.com. That's where you want to get everybody on board here so they can try you out, right?
Yes. Well, and I'll send it to them for a full month. Now, I send out 2 letters a week, and they will certainly understand how my newsletter works if they sign up for that. And it's free. There are no credit card requests or any of that foolishness.
Right. Now, what's good about Jim's newsletter, by the way, folks, I cover stocks and I cover a lot of markets and, very active in many, many sectors. Jim is just a market timer, pure market timer. So he's telling you to buy or sell the S&P, and that's pretty what it comes down to. So if you want to know short-term, near-term market timing, Jim is probably one of the best out there if you're just looking for that one particular signal. And, Jim, I really want to thank you. Again, the place to go, it's jim@rixindex.com, and Jim will be back with us every week updating us. Jim, thank you again, and we'll have you back next week.
Okay, and I'll make every one of them instant market timers.
Okay, that's what we all want to be. It's so important to get a sense of the direction of the markets, and Jim's been good at this for over 40 years. Jim, thank you again for joining us.
Okay, Mark.
Take care.
See you next Friday.
Take care. Have a good weekend. That was Jim Rohrbach from investmentmodels.com. Folks, again, so much going on in the markets this week. We're going to spend a little time here in segment 3, if we have time, talking more about the cannabis stocks and the benefits of CBD and all those fun things. I'm involved with the Cannabis Vice newsletter, so I'm a bit prejudiced there, as you probably know. Don't touch your dial. We'll be back after the break with our good friend Don Violo.
You're listening to Wall Street Raw with Mark Leibovit. Go to wallstreetrawradio.com for information on Mark's newsletters and products. Stay tuned. Mark will be right back.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
If you like alkaline water, or know someone that does, you're going to love the Dillon Living Water Bottle. It creates alkaline water on the go while reducing plastic waste and saving you money. Made with surgical-grade stainless steel, the Dillon bottle increases the pH up to 9 to deliver both alkaline and antioxidant water anywhere you want it. Alkaline water is healthier, tastes better, and can even boost energy. The Dillon bottle makes it easy and affordable to be healthy and achieve optimal hydration. Get your Dillon bottle today at dyln.co. That's dyln.co.
It's been said, any society is only 3 missed meals away from chaos. Those times may be near. Think about it. Our country faces multiple terrorist threats and aggressions from Russia and North Korea. Social unrest and violent marches yet again may lead to looting of stores and city shutdowns. And our crumbling infrastructure leaves our power grid vulnerable to long-term outages from a single cyber attack. When the chaos from any one of these threats arises, the government knows it can't provide during a widespread national emergency. That's why you need your own plan for self-reliance. That's where My Patriot Supply comes in. Get a 4-week survival food supply for only $99. That includes breakfast, lunches, and dinners. Order online at preparewithgcn.com. $99 for 4 weeks of survival food that tastes like homemade cooking and lasts up to 25 years from My Patriot Supply. Get your kits today at preparewithgcn.com. Free shipping is included. Preparewithgcn.com.
Pro Pure Gravity Water Filters. Most tested, most trusted. The Pro 1 G2.0 all-in-one filter by Pro Pure removes and reduces up to 200-plus contaminants, including fluoride, lead, and more. There's no priming required, no add-on filter needed for fluoride reduction, and it's totally reusable. There's a size to fit most competitive brands of gravity water filter systems. Pro Pure Water Filters. When you don't know what's in your water, visit an authorized Pro Pure dealer or ProPureUSA.com.
This is Jessica Armand, creator of the fluoride-free oral care brand, My Magic Mud. You're going to love our new products. Our cutting-edge oral rinses deeply soothe your mouth and fight cavities naturally. Our breath spray, My Magic Mist, will invigorate your senses with essential oils of peppermint and eucalyptus. Our clinically proven toothpaste and tooth powders whiten your teeth and detoxify your mouth. Buy discounted bundles direct at mymagicmud.com and take 10% off with coupon code GCN10. mymagicmud.com.
Hello, this is Dr. Bill Deagle, MD of NutriMedical.com, announcing the breakthrough Red Deer Velvet DR. It delivers the protective building blocks of all organs and tissues, allowing your own stem cells as architects and engineers to regenerate you. Not since fetal life, when aging does not occur, has such an amazing NutriMed been available to help heal you and regenerate you. Anti-aging requires that you correct mineral, activated nutraceutical, and jump the gene defects and poor diet you have to deliver the cellular tools for regeneration. You must remove old damaged cells and replace them with your young healthy cells to wind the biological clock to a younger you. Order your Red Deer Velvet DR now at NutriMedical.com 24/7 or 888-212-8871. That's NutriMedical, N-U-T-R-I, Medical, MEDICAL.com. Or call our order line 888-212-8871.
This is Fred.
Hi, I'm Fred.
Fred's a repeater.
I tend to repeat.
Fred has a business.
I do have a business.
And a problem. Fred repeats the same tired advertising over and over, and now it doesn't work.
Over and over.
But Fred is about to see a vision.
I'm seeing a vision.
Advertising on the Genesis Communications Network is the smart way for Fred to reach his potential customers with the most affordable national advertising rates, period. Get started today with GCN, the Genesis Communications Network. Just email advertise@gcnlive.com.
Never show any sign of weakness. Always go for the throat. Buy low, sell high. Fear, that's the other guy's problem.
Welcome back to the Wall Street Raw Radio Show with Mark Leibovit, your time machine for the financial markets. Want to know more? Go to wallstreetrawradio.com. Now, here's the elf himself, Mark Leibovit.
Welcome back to Wall Street Raw on this Saturday, August 18th. But wild markets, wild week, and I assume we're going to have more of the same here as we enter this seasonality period. It catches us all the way into the September-October time frame and usually offers some surprises for us in both directions, by the way, as we saw this past week where everybody was pretty bearish, and suddenly on Thursday the Dow explodes over 400 points, catching a lot of shorts. A lot of shorts were also caught in that big downdraft in Tesla when suddenly Tesla explodes on that Elon Musk story about a possible privatization there. So if you're on the wrong side, folks, it's not very pleasant, and this market certainly is offering volatility for us. And speaking of timing and volatility, my good friend Don Violo is online with us. Don Violo from EquityClock.com and TimingTheMarket.ca. Good morning, Don. Thank you again for joining us on this Saturday morning.
Thanks for having me back there, Mark.
Well, I guess you concur that volatility is with us, right?
Yeah, a pretty wild week last week, both on the upside and the downside. The focus is on trade negotiations with China, which seem to be going the right direction now, and the economic and political crisis in Turkey, which is still way up in the air. Last week, the Dow Jones Industrial Average actually had a slight gain. S&P 500 was virtually flat, and the TSE Composite Index was lower for the fifth week in a row.
Wow. And here we are in this seasonal time frame where you normally would expect a pullback, right, of some kind, but market surprises the bears as they did on Thursday.
That's true. Typically at this time of year, between about the third week in July until the second week in October, North American equity markets normally go lower. So the Canadian market's following that trend. In the U.S. market's been more of a flat than anything else.
NASDAQ's been underperforming. We've seen Tesla going down and Netflix going down and Facebook going down. A standout, I think, is Apple on the upside, but there's been some indigestion in NASDAQ. But meanwhile, let's talk about the economic focus this week on the Jackson Hole Symposium. That's always a big story.
Yeah, just a note on the FANG stocks. You may be right. On Friday, Apple soared to an all-time high. On the other hand, Google completed a double top pattern on the chart. So you got different diverging trends. Now let's look at what's happening at Jackson Hole starting late Thursday next week. That is going to have an impact on equity markets quite significantly because that will determine the direction of interest rates in the United States. It looks like the Federal Reserve will increase its Fed fund rate on September the 26th by another 0.25%. The question is, will they increase it one more time or two more times before the end of the year? And we should be able to get more information on that at the Jackson Hole Economic Symposium.
So anyway, the Canadian focus this past week has been on the banking stocks. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, fascinating. Starting on Wednesday of next week, the big banks in Canada will start reporting their fiscal third quarter earnings. Consensus that earnings by the group will be up 8% on a year-over-year basis, and a couple of the banks are expected to increase their dividends. Now, seasonal influences are positive for the bank stocks up here in Canada between approximately now and the end of November. Interesting, ZEB, which is the ETF that tracks an equally weighted amount in the Canadian banks, popped to an all-time high on Friday and looks like it wants to go even higher into November.
Don, we can't let you go without talking about the gold. Really sinking this past week, trying to find a bottom here. What's going on?
Yeah, sad story so far on gold. Gold broke its key support level last week at 12.11 and continued moving lower. Historically, this is a period of positive seasonality for gold and gold stocks. That's clearly not happening this year, and we have yet to see signs of gold or gold stocks reaching any kind of a short-term bottom.
Yeah, it's surprising considering what's going on in Turkey, and but not surprising, I guess, when you look at the strength in the U.S. dollar, but definitely a mixed bag.
Yeah, it's strange because you normally think with all the economic international uncertainties going on, that should be positive for gold. It seems to imply that there is a big seller of gold out there. And it also has to do with the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar index continues to surge higher. That is a definite weakening impact on gold and gold stocks. But it does seem strange that how much the weaknesses occurred in gold and gold stocks during the last little while. It tells me that maybe conspiracy theories might be right this time.
Well, I'm a big supporter of GATA.org, and they've been writing 20 years about the suppression in the gold market, so they have a lot of research that backs that up. So we can talk about that at length some other time. Meanwhile, we ran out of time this week. Don Violo from EquityClock.com and TimingTheMarket.ca. Have you back next week, Don. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Mark.
On the line is my good friend Henry Weingarten from afund.com. Good morning, Henry. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. I just heard the end of that. We're not into conspiracy theories. We just think it's August, and people will make money any way they can, and usually it's against what is normal. When you trade the August markets, especially the last 2 weeks, whatever is rational and whatever makes sense loses money. So basically, gold obviously should be a lot higher for lots and lots of reasons. We recommended some new trades on buying gold from basically from 1180 to 1188, and these are only trades because we're already pretty fully invested and fully hedged all around the place. So I'm not so sure that. Just basically it's a question of greed, and I don't think it's necessarily suppression, although it is possible that Turkey is doing some selling, or some swapping of their gold.
So we wait till September then, once the August period passes, things should be more rational.
Or
October. Okay.
It depends. I mean, the point is, if you're a long-term player, these are ridiculous numbers, and you just buy. But, at a certain point, you have a full house, such as ourselves, so we're just patient because it's also a hedge. It's not the place to make immediate money, but that and copper are certainly places you can make some real money. Oil is a place that you want to sort of get out of now because it's sort of a mixed bag here. As for markets, they're doing pretty well. You've got to see that being long markets, I think when we hit the end of August, it didn't make a difference whether you held stocks or didn't. That's what we've been saying for the month. We're fairly well hedged.
Okay. So we only have about 10 seconds here. Do you have any big trade for this coming week or anything special that stands out?
Well, we're doing some Bitcoin selling and some gold buying, although that could be a little risky on the Bitcoin side if we get above 6,800. But I just like hitting it and hedging it. We might take a little loss there. Outside of it, I think markets are going to be rock and roll in September and October. They're going to be a lot of fun to trade, and they're going to be a lot of fun to invest in because the markets will be higher in November and December.
Okay, Henry. So Henry Weingarten from afund.com. Go there for more information, and he'll be back with us next week. Thanks for joining us, Henry.
My pleasure.
Go to WallStreetRawRadio.com for more information on Mark's newsletters and products. Stay tuned. Mark will be right back.
High-performance investors and traders use superior financial tools to achieve superior returns. You have that tool with Mark Leibovit, nationally renowned top market timer, legendary television Wall Street Week elf, and nightly business report market monitor, who shares with you his unique market tools and commentary at wallstreetraw.com. Here, Mark provides you with his latest ideas on how to help build and protect your wealth and help you avoid the next big market tsunami. Mark has a special free gift for listeners of his Wall Street Raw radio show. Go to wallstreetraw.com and sign up for his free monthly Cannabis Vice News Raw report. While there, go ahead and sign up for his free monthly Gold News Raw report. Both are totally free. No credit card information is required, and no one will call. Sign up today for your free Cannabis Vice News Raw report and Gold News Raw report at wallstreetraw.com.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business, so make sure that they create a positive impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the Internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Call 800-831-0771 now. That's 800-831-0771 for your free Reputation reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with ReputationDefender.com. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-831-0771 to learn more. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
Hey everyone, Proactive MD has an incredible offer for our radio listeners only. Stay tuned for our exclusive offer that includes a free charcoal pore cleansing brush and free shipping. Proactive MD with prescription strength adapalene can heal and prevent future breakouts. Today, for just $19.95, we're offering listeners the 3-piece Proactive MD system with free shipping, plus a free gift, the new charcoal pore cleansing brush. Get this exclusive offer by calling now, 1-800-583-8662, or go to proactive.com and enter promo code RADIO. You heard right. Proactive MD plus free shipping and a free gift. The new charcoal pore cleansing brush. You'll get all this for just $19.95 and their 60-day money-back guarantee. You're guaranteed to get clear and stay clear, or you get your money back. Call now. 1-800-583-8662. That's 1-800-583-8662. Or go to proactive.com and enter promo code RADIO. Again, go to proactive.com and enter promo code RADIO.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you could move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep REM sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed, it's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry MyPillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever. You can buy one of my pillows and get one absolutely free.
Go to MyPillow.com or call 800-870-0305 and use promo code GCN. That's MyPillow.com or 800-870-0305 with promo code GCN.
Welcome back to Wall Street Raw. Want to know more about Wall Street Raw and the Leibovit VR newsletters? Go to wallstreetrawradio.com.
Welcome back to Wall Street Raw on this Saturday, the 18th of August, and we missed Harry Boxer last week, so we want to make sure we have him on as we do now. Harry Boxer is the author, creator of a great blog called TheTechTrader.com. He's my good buddy, and he's one of the best, if not the best, trader out there, and also the hardest working trader that I know, at least at our stage in life, working all day online, showing intraday trading patterns and stocks. So if you want more information, Harry does offer you a 2-week free trial. You go to TheTechTrader.com for more information. Harry, good morning. Thank you again for joining us.
My pleasure being here. Missed you last week. Let's talk about the market. We have an extremely volatile market that's come off of a record high, and that's shown me a potential ability today to put in a bottom. But it's a very mixed picture. The tech stocks are still a tech wreck, with Amazon down 12 and Google 11 and NVIDIA 12 and Tesla 26. Only Apple saving the day, a new all-time high today, over 217, up 3.5 points. More than for that, I'm not sure where the market would be. And plus, I thought that was big news yesterday on Canopy Growth. I know you follow that very well. I think it's huge news. I think it's a valuation that's undervalued right now. Stock should move higher. I have a swing trade on it. It's up about. Announced the market's up 2 points today.
Yeah, Canopy has been a real winner. Constellation Brands taking that investment position a few months ago, and once again, in fact, just between you and me and the Lamppost, I've been speculating for months that ultimately they were going to take over the company, and when they come out with these type of stock buybacks, ultimately I think that is what could happen here. We'll see, you know.
And as a result, CRON, which has been acting pretty well, I put a swing on that too. I put a low price play in that field.
Right, that's Kronos. That's CRON. Listen, folks, if you want more information on those cannabis stocks, I do have, newsletter, but Harry follows those intraday and does a great job in doing it. So, outside of cannabis and marijuana, what else is happening this week, Harry?
I play individual stocks, and I put on some swing trades, both long and short, believe it or not. In the biotech sector, like Viking BKTX has formed a bull coil for about a month now, and it looks like it's poised to pop. ARQL has great momentum for low-price biotech around the 6.5 range. And the straight there, the following to that I put out recently. Some of those are SGH in the semiconductor group, SEDG in the solar group, AXN, formerly Taser. All three of those are shorts right now, at least on my book. Also long SPAA from Momentum Play. And I love LYS. Another junior biotech, CORV, and XENE. Those are stocks I like the way they look technically.
Early on,
market-wise, we're in a downtrend off the highs, and we have to still prove. Number one, if we don't hold 7,300 on the NASDAQ 100, that's a problem. And if we don't hold 2,800, 2,802 on the S&P, that's a problem, I think, too.
Well, we've had a lot of volatility, and the NASDAQ definitely has been underperforming here a little bit. But look what happened on Thursday. The market looked like it was going to go down, and Dow explodes 400 points on that Chinese story and catches the shorts. But we are, as our good friend Henry Weingarten just said a few moments ago on the show, August tends to be a real switcheroo-type month where you can get caught on these back-and-forth type moves. But speaking of back-and-forth, Harry, gold is really in the doldrums, and it was showing a little life intraday Friday morning, and then it didn't seem to follow through. Any gut feeling what's happening in that market?
I am not sure it's ready, and I'm starting to think that investors want to buy gold, but they want some proof. And when I look at the patterns, like on JNUG and day trades, I like Royal Gold for a higher price play in that group. It's one of the premier stocks in the industry. Up a little bit, up $1.70 today, just a couple percent. But those kind of stocks. In terms of safety, but it's really speculative. One of these days, the JNUG's going to rip. It's pulled back dramatically, though, from the rally high near 8 today. Get back to 764. It's only up 40 cents or 5%. Still a good day on it. We'll see if it recovers. I don't know if gold's ready yet. It doesn't feel like it is.
Okay. Well, Harry, thank you for joining us. I know you got to get back to your intraday hotline. Again, folks, if you want more information, go to thetechtrader.com, and Harry will be happy to offer you a 2-week free trial. Harry, have a great weekend. Hope to see you in a few days. Nice talking to you.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. That was Harry Boxer from the techtrader.com. Man, we're talking a lot about the cannabis stocks, and I'm prejudiced. I was one of the first in the industry to write a newsletter on the subject. I don't want to say I was the first. Maybe I was the third or fourth or second, but back in late 2013, early 14, I launched the Cannabis Vice letter, and as you know, we've done pretty well trading those. But we're in a super bull market there, in my opinion. This is only beginning, and the Canadian names in particular are world leaders. They're not just limited to Canada. They're spread literally all over the world. They're international companies. And what's so sad about what has happened here, because the U.S. regulations have held back to a great degree U.S. companies that would have tried to do the same thing in terms of raising capital, getting listed on exchanges because of this ridiculous federal law. And we started to talk about that a little bit last week, and I don't know if I'm going to have time on the show to go through it, but I have a huge report here. We started talking about it, really how the DEA classifies marijuana as a dangerous drug. And look what's going on out there with the opioids, killing people. Marijuana doesn't kill you. It might make you a little high or put you to sleep, but these opioids and all these prescription drugs that the dastardly drug companies of our country have been promulgating here for decades is really beyond the pale. And I have personal experience in my own family with a son who got onto opioids after an injury and had difficulty in getting off of it. And these are dangerous, dangerous drugs. What's happening now, as I mentioned last week, you probably read, is that marijuana is being used as a way to extricate individuals from the opioids. The state of Pennsylvania, I believe, passed a law 3 weeks ago. We talked about this last week, where now it's legal to use marijuana for opioid addiction. Not to talk about at any small level is the medical marijuana benefits overall going on out there. I mean, anecdotal reports left and right. I mean, there's stories about cancer benefits from marijuana, neurological benefits. Of course, GW Pharmaceutical got approved, the FDA, with its Epidiolex, its drug, and for that it had Sativex in Europe for its neurological diseases, and it's just on and what's going on out there. A lot of research in Israel. Personally, I'm looking at a lot of Israeli companies that have potential in that space, where all the great research is coming from. The big story we've heard a couple times already mentioned on the show, we only have less than 60 seconds, is the Canopy Growth story, CGC. On the big board, it was originally a $2 stock. That's where we originally bought it, and that was originally Tweed, now it's Canopy Growth. I think it was Weed. I think that was the original name of the company. In any event, Constellation Brands, which is the huge liquor company, it's a $200 stock, as you probably know, several months ago, took an investment position, put about $200 million into Canopy Growth, and this past week announced, I believe, a $4 billion investment. So this is where it's going, folks. You're going to see drug companies eventually take over some of these marijuana companies, but you're going to see tobacco companies, liquor companies, beer companies all getting into this space. So you got to participate, and CGC is just one of the many ways to do that. Don't touch your dial. We'll be back after our break with our good friend Sinclair No.
You are listening to Wall Street Raw with Mark Leibovit. Go to wallstreetrawradio.com for information on Mark's newsletters and products. Stay tuned. Mark will be right back.
High-performance investors and traders use superior financial tools to achieve superior returns. You have that tool with Mark Leibovit, nationally renowned top market timer, legendary television Wall Street Week elf, and nightly business report market monitor, who shares with you his unique market tools and commentary at wallstreetraw.com. At wallstreetraw.com, Mark provides you with his latest ideas on how to help build and protect your wealth and help you avoid the next big market crash. Mark has a special free gift for listeners of his Wall Street Raw radio show. Go to wallstreetraw.com and sign up for his free monthly Cannabis Vice News Raw report. While there, go ahead and sign up for his free monthly Gold News Raw report. Both are totally free. No credit card information is required. Sign up today for your free Cannabis Vice News Raw and Gold News Raw reports at wallstreetraw.com. That's wallstreetraw.com.
Long-distance travel or long hours in front of a computer can take its toll on your body.
Get relief for your neck or back pain when you search Amazon for Sunshine Pillows, heating wraps, and pads, often listed as an Amazon choice.
Why take another pill?
Now, from Sunny Bay and by customer demand, we introduce our extra-long neck heating wrap, a complete wrap, wide and hands-free, and brings fast relief to those who suffer from neck or back pain.
You can easily find Sunshine Pillows on Amazon.
Or search Amazon for our new Sunny Bay disposable heat pads. Or look for Sunny Bay heated neck wraps for relief from back pain to menstrual pain and cramps.
Sometimes life can be a pain in the neck, or back, or shoulder.
See why our company, Biomed DB Design, has a lifetime 100% positive rating on both Amazon and Etsy. Just go to Amazon.com and search Sunny Bay, or call us 253-678-1361.
Bacon lovers, we ship free. Try our amazing bacon. No refrigeration required. Proprietary value-added packaging provides 10 years shelf life and protects the leanest, thickest, center-cut, fully cooked bacon in America today. Ready to eat right from the pouch or warm and serve. Savory and delicious. Wholesale price for your everyday use. Order today at readytoeatbacon.com. readytoeatbacon.com.
Message and data rates may apply. Individual results may vary. See website for details.
But hey, I'm buying a huge flat-screen TV so I can finally see it without my glasses.
Why not just get LASIK at the LASIK Vision Institute? That's what I'm doing.
My glasses and contacts are a pain. I'd love to finally get rid of these, but who can afford LASIK?
You can. Because the LASIK Vision Institute is offering dramatically low prices and an absolutely free consultation. Just text DO33 to 350350. The LASIK Vision Institute has already performed over 1 million procedures. They use the latest FDA-approved LASIK technology that helps the majority of patients achieve 20/20 vision for a fraction of what others charge. Better vision, better value. The LASIK Vision Institute. Make this the year you finally get LASIK. For a free consultation plus an extra 20% discount, text DO33 to 350350. You'll see for free if LASIK is right for you. That's DO33 to 350350.
Hunters, anglers, campers, and survivalists. Get back to nature. Expand your horizons with the highest quality, most versatile, unique slingshots and sling bows on the market at slingbow.com. Slingbow products are compact and models start from just $17.98. They're perfect for your bug-out bag or storing in your vehicle. Give yourself and your loved ones the excitement and tradition of Slingbow, a new frontier in archery and truly modern twist on this primitive survival tool. Feel the thrill only at slingbow.com.
Responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
There is no freedom without the law.
Get it? Got it? Good.
Welcome back to Wall Street Raw and the final segment with Mark Leibovit. Now, here's the elf himself.
Welcome back to Wall Street Raw on this Saturday, August 18th. Always happy you have time to tune in, as we said before, and we're always happy to have our very special guests in the wings for us. And this week, of course, our good friend Sinclair No is waiting for us and is on air with us now. Sinclair is the author of the great incomparable blog EatTheBankers.com, and also has a great position over at KFNN 1510 Phoenix for about 20 years as the financial commentator at that station, and he's so kind to take some time with us each week. His insights are just really irreplaceable, in my opinion. So we're so honored to have him on the show. Sinclair, thank you again for joining us.
Always a pleasure. Thank you, Mark.
Well, we had a very inactive week this week in financial news, so we're not going to put everybody to sleep. We're going to put everybody to sleep here, right? Okay, let's start with what's going on.
Happened this week. I mean, come on.
I mean, everybody was bearish, and everybody's worrying about China and the trade situation, and suddenly the Dow explodes 400 points on Thursday, almost a near record move for the year, I believe, intraday, when there was talk about the Chinese sitting down with the U.S. and perhaps trying to remedy some of the disagreements there. So what's happening with China, in your opinion? Is this something where we're going to resolve it, or it's going to be tit for tat now for months ahead?
Well, this is not the first time that there have been talks with China or talks about talks with China. There have been talks in the past that really didn't result in anything concrete. Actually, they resulted in hurt feelings and more tariffs. It happened, I guess, in May. It happened again in June. Remember, we sent a delegation over there. They were going to resolve everything. Didn't happen. It came back. We added more tariffs. They added more tariffs. We added more tariffs. They added more tariffs. Now we're at $50 billion tariffs. They're at $50 billion tariffs. We're talking about $200 billion in tariffs. So whenever something like this comes up, there maybe are going to be talks that will resolve all this, well, the markets respond in a very happy manner. We still don't have anything done, though. That's important to keep in mind. Now, what does that tell us about the market? Well,
one, the market would just love to get some good news. The market has priced in a certain amount of bad news from the tariffs and trade wars. The other thing that this tells us is that the market hasn't priced in everything that it should. If these tariffs continue and just get worse and worse, this can be a very big problem. It also tells us that for China, it's a big problem. China is having some difficult times. They're really in a bear market over in the Shanghai exchange. They've seen 20% drops. Some of the biggest companies over there have seen 20% or more. So they're feeling it. There's no question they're feeling it. However, how do they respond? And they could respond in any number of unusual and startling ways. Don't forget, they're still sitting on, I think it's about $1.3 trillion worth of U.S. Treasuries.
We've been talking about dumping those for years, right?
Yeah, well, pushed into a corner, they might. And if that happens, then you're going to see some real pain here in the U.S. Don't think that just because China is hurting right now that they can't inflict pain on us.
Well, if they dump those treasuries, the Fed may not have to raise rates. They'll do it for us, right?
That would do it.
Speaking of the Fed, we have Jackson Hole coming up, I believe, next Thursday. So what's your impression about that meeting? I think we're going to have we won't have an announcement at that meeting. They would just talk about what they're thinking of doing, right?
Yeah. That's just a good time to go fishing. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I know.
That's really about all it is. I never really expected much from Jackson Hole. I always thought it was a bit of a waste, and most years I'm proven right on that. But we're going to probably see another rate hike from the Fed in September. That's the next one where one is kind of penciled in. The markets are expecting it. If we don't get one in September, that'll throw the markets for a loop as well.
One of the big stories
Okay, go ahead. For banks behaving badly story?
We don't have our music queued up yet, but okay.
You don't have the music queued up?
If Brad has
I'm coming on and you don't have banks behaving badly queued up?
Okay. Brad, we'll have to do it next week. Our producer doesn't have it ready for us. But go ahead. What's the big story? Is it Wells Fargo, I assume, or no?
Yeah, come on. It's Wells Fargo.
Oh. Okay.
The Department of Justice is investigating Wells Fargo for working together with affordable housing developers nationwide. They were trying to drive down the prices of low-income tax credits, which would be a way of defrauding the federal program. Wells Fargo, it turns out, has been one of the biggest buyer of these tax credits. They had invested about $9 billion into the program over the past 5 years. Banks benefit by buying the tax credits through tax write-offs and credit under the Community Reinvestment Act. Justice Department looking into whether Wells Fargo was offering developers more favorable loan terms and would fund other deals in exchange for making low bids on the tax credits.
Is this new? Is this new for Sinclair? Has this been going on for a while? They just finally figured it out?
It's been going on for a while, but they're just investigating it at this point and just figuring out how Wells Fargo has been scamming the system. And apparently a lot of people involved in this. I mean, we're talking hundreds of millions of dollars from a federal tax program designed to help people get into low-income housing. And apparently a lot of the people who are involved in this under investigation right now still working at Wells Fargo. I mean, this is a relatively new event. This is not something going back 10 years ago.
It's just unbelievable. We just keep lifting that dirty rug up and keep finding scorpions under there, right? It's just unbelievable with this company. I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
It's a never-ending well of malfeasance. It's just incredible. And the most incredible thing is nobody goes to jail. Nobody goes to jail. Mark, you go down to the corner store and you walk out with a soda in your hand that you don't pay for. What's going to happen to you? You're going to go to jail. What happens to Wells Fargo when they walk away with millions, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars? Crickets.
Crickets, right. I'm so surprised. I mean, it seemed like the story has already been told. The Fed, as you know, restricted their ability to expand. People watching over them, and we keep digging out new things. And honestly, we talked about this before. The average person doesn't seem to really know or care. You know, I talk to people, they have accounts at Wells Fargo. Oh, they might have an issue, but all banks have issues, so what? It's you know, public opinion isn't that strong against it, I guess, you know.
Funny thing is that until about maybe 3 years ago, Wells Fargo was considered the clean bank. The clean bank. We used to think J.P. Morgan, oh, yeah, Bear Stearns, oh, my goodness. Remember the money-sucking vampire squid?
Yes.
Goldman Sachs?
I mean,
those were the bad ones.
I mean, who could argue against a bank that's got the wagon with the horses galloping through the western desert? You know, this is American history. You know what I mean? It was like part of America. This is like the proverbial American bank. Oh, and here it is, bunch of criminals. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, you know.
So, I think Sinclair needs to open his own bank. That's what I think.
No.
You'll set the standards for the industry.
No.
I know you will. So, Claire, we're just joking here a little bit, but we are running out of time. So we have so much to still cover, and volatility in the markets and so forth. But I want to thank you again for joining us. Sinclair Novum, KFN 1510, and author of the incomparable blog, EatTheBankers.com. And if you go to EatTheBankers.com, you can read more about the Wells Fargo story, which I'm sure Sinclair will update you through the week. Sinclair, thank you for joining us.
Always a pleasure. Thank you, Mark.
And I want to thank all of you for joining us and listening to Wall Street Raw. And we close our show every week, as Ed Hart used to close his show on the old Financial News Network, when he said, as we say, we will know in the fullness of time. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for listening to Wall Street Raw with nationally recognized market timer and previous Wall Street Week Out, Mark Leibovit. If you missed any of today's show or to get in touch with Mark, please go to wallstreetrawradio.com. Any stocks or investment discussed on Wall Street Raw are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. We first recommend you seek out a licensed financial professional for advice. Go to wallstreetrawradio.com for more information on Mark's newsletters and products.
High-performance investors and traders use superior financial tools to achieve superior returns. You have that tool with Mark Leibovit, nationally renowned top market timer, legendary television Wall Street Week Elf, and nightly business report market monitor, who shares with you his unique market tools and commentary at wallstreetraw.com. Here, Mark provides you with his latest ideas on how to help build and protect your wealth and help you avoid the next big market tsunami. Mark has a special free gift for listeners of his Wall Street Raw radio show. Go to wallstreetraw.com and sign up for his free monthly Cannabis Vice News Raw report. While there, go ahead and sign up for his free monthly Gold News Raw report. Both are totally free. No credit card information is required, and no one will call. Sign up today for your free Cannabis Vice News Raw report and Gold News Raw report at wallstreetraw.com.
Get the ultimate knife at an ultimate price. The Fox Karambit Knife. Finally available in the U.S. The Fox Karambit Knife opens with one hand, faster than you can pull a handgun. For utility, for defense, and for way less than other knives of this caliber. Go to theultimateknife.com. Truly the best knife you will ever own. And only available at theultimateknife.com. Use promo code radio at checkout for free shipping. Get the ultimate knife at the ultimate price at theultimateknife.com.
Water is the single most important thing your body needs, so you want to be sure it's the best for you and your family. Since 2005, thousands have depended on Berkey purified water. The Berkey Guy provides the lowest price filtration systems in every size. For incredibly delicious water now and in an emergency, get to GoBerkey.com or call 877-886-3653. 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com.